Text animation in the website is a unique design technique that helps highlight text content, creating liveliness and appeal for the website. By using motion effects such as sliding, fading, or zooming in and out, usually these animations will be created from HTML, CSS, or JavaScript. But if you feel too bored with these types of animations, I will introduce to everyone another way to create animations. With the combination of SVG and CSS, we will have a very unique text animation. First, to convert any text to vector format, you can use Figma, Adobe Illustrator, or Adobe Photoshop. In this video, I will use Figma for demo. In Figma, I will use the text feature to write any content that I want to create animation. Then I will choose the appropriate font. Everyone can freely choose any font they like, because I will export it in vector format, so there will never be a case of broken font. Here I will use Gingerbread House font. Then click on Export. Select SVG. I will leave the advanced options as default, and finally proceed to export. After exporting, we will have an SVG file. Open it with VS Code. We will see a very long code inside. This code is used to redraw the text when it is vector. Here I've also prepared for us a demo template with an index HTML file in CSS style. And this is its interface. Text here is where I want to insert the text animation effect. So I just copy the entire content of the SVG file, then paste it here. It is already displayed but too small. So I increase its width and height values so we can see it more clearly. Because it is a vector, no matter how many times we enlarge it, the image will not break. Our path element is the element that takes on the role of vector drawing. So if we want to create text animation, we will directly affect this path tag. Because it is a vector tag, the CSS properties will also be a little different from usual. For example, if I wanted to have a transparent background initially, I will not use the background property, but the fill property. The border will be white. If the border is too big, set a specific width for the border. Note that the border size will depend on the size of the vector, so when working with large vectors, its width will be different. Finally, I change this border to dash style. Why? The interesting feature of the border dash is that it has a gap in the middle, and it allows us to place the first border anywhere. To create a border effect around the model, I will set each dash unit to have the same width as the model. For example, we need 100 pixels for a dash to cover the entire model, right? To simulate the border effect, I will first set the starting position of the border to the width of the dash. Then the border will accidentally disappear from the model's frame. If I want to create an animated border, I just need to change the starting position to 0. And that's my purpose. So our task now is simply to simulate what I just presented with CSS code. First, we need to increase the size of the border dash until it covers the entire text. That is when the width of each dash has covered each path. When we set the first border dash position equal to the width of the border dash, the border will fall out of the model range, making us no longer see the border. Now I will create an animation. It will work within 4 seconds, run only once, and keep the last state. The task of this animation is to change the value of the stroke-offset to simulate the effect of drawing a border. Initially, its value is equal to the value of the stroke-array, so we don't see it on the model. But as the animation runs, its value gradually returns to 0, causing the border to gradually appear. Yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Adding to this animation, when the border is fully visible, I will also set the fill to white. It worked, but I found that the fill effect appeared too early, which made the border drawing effect blurry. So I will add a rule: when the animation has gone 80% of the way through, then the fill will start to change. Using this effect in combination with background transition effects will create countless impressive, interesting, and attractive effects for viewers. Because the nature of this text is in vector form, if you have an idea, you can completely use this effect on other objects that are not text. It could be an image, a logo, or anything you want. And that is the entire content of this video. If you find these shares interesting, please like and subscribe so I can accompany you, share with you more interesting knowledge about web design and programming. With my own ideas and designs, I only share what you cannot find elsewhere. I hope it will be interesting and useful to everyone. If you have any questions and wish for any topic to appear in the following videos, do not hesitate to leave a comment, because that is also one of the ways new videos on our channel are published. Finally, thank you and see you in the next video.